Hi, this is Vijay Bambwani. I'm recording this video still firmly entrenched in my house thanks to the corona lockdown. I hope you're staying indoors, keeping yourself safe, and also, like I request you to do in all my videos, keeping your finger on the pulse of the market. That's very important. Now, this video is actually a tutorial about what it takes to be a good trader. We all want to be traders. Who doesn't? I mean, the aura, the glamour, the war stories that we share in our clubs, in our diners, on beer nights with our friends about how we made a killing and how we fought wars on the computer screen. It's also glamorous. It's also sexy. Yeah, we all want to be successful traders. But what is it that actually makes a trader a successful trader and separates the men from the boys? There's a lot that goes into trading. And as the old Wall Street saying goes, trading profits are the most difficult, easy money you will ever make. Believe me, it's not easy. The only person who thinks a trader's life is easy is my wife. She thinks sitting in front of a computer, pressing a few buttons on the keyboard, and like a cash register, the money keeps pouring in. Whereas she has to buy the groceries, stand in the kitchen, cook in the hot atmosphere out there with pressure cookers and the gas stoves and God knows what else. So I invariably wind up telling her, let's switch places. Try and make money off the market and see who you're pitted against. You're fighting millions of super sharp traders who've had countless amount of experience, and more importantly, like I keep telling you, we traders are brain warriors. We fight our wars with our brains, with our ideas, and the guys with the best ideas invariably go home with the prom queen, the money. What makes you think that the other guy is out there to lose? He's not. So let's get down to what actually makes a trader a good trader. Number one, experience. Now you would want to ask, I've trained hundreds of traders in very intensive, long-drawn programs. And they asked me, as soon as we finish your training session, are we going to become super traders? Well, the answer is no. After having learnt trading, all you have achieved, and this might dampen a few guys, all you have achieved is cover maybe 15, at best 20% of the journey. A trading mentor, a trainer, a trading guru, call him or her what you want, can only guide you onto the right path. There is no substitute for a trading experience. Now comes the second question. All right, you tell me that I need trading experience, Mr. Vijay Bambwani. How much trading experience is enough? That is a $1 trillion question. If you ask any sports trainer, I have in my past videos disagreed between the comparison of trading and competitive sports as a non-linear comparison. Competitive sports is difficult, but believe me, trading is a lot more difficult. So, if at all, the requirements of competitive sports may be raised a little higher so that you can reach the bare bone minimum of trading experience. So any good competitive sports trainer will tell you that for an athlete, take for example Wimbledon players, tennis players, it takes an average athlete 10,000 hours of practice to be able to reach Wimbledon level proficiency in tennis. In professional and competitive trading for a living, you might need 12, maybe even 15,000 hours of trading experience. Now, if you want to arrive at the number of trading sessions or the calendar number of days that translates into, do remember that the equity markets trade for approximately 6 hours a day. Now, divide that 10 to 12,000 hours by 6 hours a day, and you have the number of trading days that you need before you can say you're adequately armed to become a professional trader. If you are a currency trader, do remember that currency markets operate for 8 hours a day, 9 to 5. If you're a commodities trader, do remember that the market operates from 9 to 11:30 p.m., 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m., or 9 a.m. to 11:55 p.m., depending on whether it is summer or winter time in the USA. Obviously, you're going to be a professional trader in fewer number of days in commodity markets because these markets are working more than twice as long as equity markets. So the number of days will be shorter in commodities, hypothetically. I'm using the word hypothetically. Number 2, you need the qualities of Keanu Reeves in John Wick. Focus, consistency, discipline. These 3 elements, you have to be completely focused. Every small change on the trading terminal screen must be registered here in the non-volatile RAM memory in your head, NVRAM. It must be observed as to when a stock, a currency, a commodity, an index, or a bond price moves and when and how much. A professional trader does not let a trading signal go by unobserved. If it's happening too often, maybe that market is not for you. If signals are evading you, maybe you should forget that asset class as something that you want to specialize in. Number 3, a professional trader knows a little more about himself than a mediocre trader. It's all very important that we know what kind of people we really are. How much pressure can we take? Are we short-tempered or are we cool and calm, ice in the nerve kind of a guy? Are we given to sudden bouts of rage, indiscipline, binge eating, or shopaholics? Believe me, these traits will tell you what kind of a trader you will be. If you're the kind of a person who gives in to bouts of rage, if somebody pulls up his car next to your car, maybe a centimeter away from your side mirror on your door, and you're inclined to roll your window down and start yelling and abusing, believe me, you're indisciplined. It's going to be very difficult for you to become a good trader. If you're the kind of a guy who in Top Gun was nicknamed Iceman, Val Kilmer, ice in your veins, always composed, not a hair out of place, not a bead of sweat under any kind of situation of distress or duress. Welcome to the world of trading. Number 4, a trader must be good at autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is a process wherein a trader in his mind is able to run the entire trading experience as if it's a film. You basically imagine the entire process of trading in your mind as if it's happening in real time and give yourself all kinds of situations that you will confront in the real world as a trader. The best swimmer in Olympics has been Michael Phelps. The kind of training that he has undergone is mind-blowing. His trainer, his coach, has put him through very bizarre situations so that nothing surprised Michael when he actually went into the pool. There were times when the coach, while training Michael for a championship level swimming, had cut the drawstring of Michael Phelps' swimming trunks. So as soon as Michael kind of dives into the pool, off comes the trunk. He's in stark naked. There were other times when he would snip the rubber band of Michael's swimming goggles so that when Michael dived into the pool, the swimming goggles would come apart and Michael would be without a pair of goggles. The idea was to accustom Michael to all kinds of mishaps that could possibly occur in the pool so that when these mishaps actually occurred in the competitive event, there was no element of surprise. The idea was to prepare the mind for every eventuality. So what do I imagine when I am kind of auto-suggesting myself before a trading session? How I would make an entry, what I would observe on the snapcoat window, what I would see in terms of the price movement, the daily ranges, and how I would, after making an entry, mark the mark-to-market situation, how I would time my trade. Most of my trades are micro-trend trades, which means I tend to square up these trades within 59 minutes and 59 seconds, which is under an hour. So how I would wait for an hour and then pull the plug in spite of the fact that the stop loss or the price target has not been reached. How I would behave if unfortunately and definitely eventually the trade results in a loss once in a while. So that when the loss actually comes, I don't take it on the chin. I don't have a long face. Like Michael Phelps, I tend to prepare my mind for every eventuality. If you have these 4 qualities, and this is not an exhaustive list, if you have these 4 qualities, believe me, you might have a chance. And I assure you, there will be more on this in future videos. I'm not done yet. There's still a lot more ground to be covered on how to become a better trader. Before I sign off from this video, let me remind you to click like on this video if you're watching it on YouTube. In the comments section, do let me know what you think of this video and what else you would want me to record in my future videos for you. Do not forget to share this video with your family and friends and help me spread the cult of knowledge-based investments and trading. Vijay Bambwani signing off for now. Till we meet again in the next, do take very good care of yourself. Thank you. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.